Hello and welcome to Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. I'm your host, Coach Monica. I'm joined today by Coach Darcy, and we are here to guide you through the ins and outs of a lifestyle that's transformed not just our lives, but the lives of countless women navigating the waves of perimenopause and menopause. Whether you're here to shed weight, understand your body better, or simply find a community that gets it, you're in the right place. So sit back and enjoy the next few minutes as we tackle the hot issues of today.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you, Darth?
I'm good. I had a great time away. Some R&R and it's a lot of sun.
A lot of sun.
A lot of sun.
We're not jealous. We're not gonna
No.
be jealous, but
Listen,
we
you
kind of
can't.
are.
You can't be because this was my one and only vacation of the year. So you can't be.
No, but this girl, well, I take that back. I'm going to Washington next in 2 weeks.
I was like, you started the year with vacation.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I did.
See, you having short-term memory here.
I forgot. Yes.
And you were on the beach, and that's where the whole carnivore thing came into play.
That's
Do you remember
right.
that?
It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now.
There's a song about that.
I feel like, though, I didn't have a beach vacation, and I don't feel like I'm complete without a beach vacation. Like,
Well, maybe next time you plan a beach vacation, you should plan a beach
I
vacation.
should. But the economy, the
No.
economy is not great right now. It's
I don't know what you're talking about.
we are hemorrhaging, basically.
It's hurting everybody right now.
Oh my
That's for
word.
sure.
I'm about ready to kick all the politicians and say, you know what? You all, yeah.
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 We're speechless. We're speechless in a way.
They are.
How did you?
Well,
did you have?
we are speechless.
Did you have storms last night?
No.
You didn't?
You had a tornado, didn't you?
I guess there was a tornado a couple miles away from us.
Yeah.
Not couple, but like a few miles away from us, and it may or I think it was a tornado there. But with the damage, they're thinking, oh, I don't know if it's wind or if I'm not. It's like, dude, that was a tornado.
Do we not have technology that will tell us?
It knocked down a whole side of a brick wall from a school. Like that was not just wind. Come on.
Wow.
So. Yeah, it
That's
was some
crazy.
gnarly sky.
Yeah.
But we're safe.
I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad everything is good. And
Yeah.
I'm glad you're back.
Thanks.
We had a great show last week. We had done a pre-recording, but it was like we were live. It was really cool. We had the most listeners we've ever had. So I think
we really?
Yeah, maybe we need to just not do live from now on and pre-record these things, and then people will listen.
Oh, wait a minute. That's kind of like our podcast, right?
Kind of like that. Speaking of which, we had one drop this morning.
We did.
We sure did. This morning we had a replay. We had a replay on our marriage show, and so if you missed the one where we went deep and we talked about marriage. Oh, by the way, we are ready to schedule our dudes.
Yes.
I talked to our interviewer yesterday, and he is speaking with his boss. And we are not interviewing our husbands.
No,
we decided that we wanted them to be authentic, and we wanted real answers. Now, I don't know if we're going to regret that.
I'm really curious. I really don't. It's kind of like we talk about everything, and we have somewhat of a filter.
Yeah, we know
things, but I'm okay with whatever he says. I'm okay with it.
You're more courageous than I am, because I'm really not sure what they will say.
There's some things when Mark has conversations with people, because they always ask him, like, dude, you look great. What are you doing? And I'm always listening in on how we educated him and how he answers. And for the most part, he knows what he's talking about. And then, because he lives it, he does it. But then some things I'm like, dude, no.
Well, maybe they'll leave the coaching to us, and maybe they'll just talk about marriage like they're supposed to.
Maybe so. I don't know.
That in and of itself is kind of scary as well.
Yeah.
So it will be the Dudes Unfiltered. Maybe that should be the title.
Oh.
Dudes Unfiltered.
I
how
don't,
your wife's weight loss impacted. It's a real sensitive topic because I don't talk about this a lot because it's it's a very sensitive topic
mhm,
because women, when you lose weight, you should do it for you. Nobody else but you. But the honest truth is, you and I receive emails from men
mhm,
every day, nearly every day. There's not a lot of times that I don't open my email and there is an email from a husband of of a wife
mhm.
saying, "Could you please help my wife?" Now the difference is, I've never, maybe you have. Have you ever gotten, maybe you don't want to tell me the answer to this, but I've never gotten an email from a man saying, "My wife is overweight. I'm not happy with her." I've
No,
never gotten an email like that. But what I
no,
have gotten is an email from men saying, "Please get me my wife back. Her
right,
insides. She's
right.
dead inside."
And I would kind of add on to that for me personally. I that was you say that that's not necessarily a motive for should be a motive for weight loss, and
Right.
it was for me.
Right.
I wanted to make sure that my husband was happy
Hmm.
and satisfied with
Yeah.
me,
Right.
and I didn't feel that personally, even though he would disagree. I
Hmm.
assumed like he would disagree with that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be able to give him what he married in a
Right.
way,
Yeah.
just, and I know that all marriage, like that could be just so like, I don't know.
Surfacey.
Yeah. But
But it's true.
I hear multiple women saying that,
Hmm.
like, I want to be able to give my husband, back the wife that he
That he
first
married.
married.
Yeah.
And, I feel like I've achieved that,
Yeah.
and I'm happy with that. But
Right.
yet again, it was for me too. It
It was
wasn't
for
just
me.
for my
Yeah.
spouse. It was for
Yeah.
me.
And it won't stay if
Right.
you do it for your spouse,
Right.
because it just won't stay. It won't be
No.
lasting. And so if you don't do it for you, then don't even start. But
Yes.
there is an unsaid thing of husbands that say, I just want my wife back. I want her
Hmm.
joy back.
Yeah.
I want the woman that I married. And it has nothing to do with the physical appearance. It's just, I need my wife to have her joy back, and I
Hmm.
need her to love herself, and she doesn't love herself. And on the same breath, my husband thanks me all the time for getting healthy, and I know exactly what he means. And I'm not mad at him for it,
Right.
because I agree. Speaking of which, I was cleaning my closet the other day and I found my wedding dress. And I thought I had thrown it away. I didn't know I kept it. I kept my wedding cake. We still have that 29 years later, and I'm not even joking about that. He tried to throw that away the other
It's
day.
not sentimental. Men don't have that.
He tried to throw it away, and I'm like, "You want to throw our marriage away? What in the world?" He says, "Monica, the cake is 29 years old, and it is just this little. It's in this box." I gave it to my mother because he was going to throw it away. Our
Oh,
freezer broke. I'm like, but I
you
did find
wanted to
my
stick.
wedding dress. I found my
Okay.
wedding dress, and I thought, I wonder if, because back then, 29 years ago, a size 12 was not a size 12 of today.
Right. Right.
And so I put it on and it fit and it zipped up and it was a little bit too big. I'm like,
Nice.
that was
Look at
crazy.
that. I
Crazy
remember.
stuff.
I remember as a teenager, I tried on your wedding dress.
Did you really?
I did. We have pictures of it.
Oh my, I did
I
not
don't
know
think you were
that.
there for that.
I don't think I was.
Because
It's so
then
funny.
Sherry tried on mom's dress.
Yeah. Oh
I couldn't fit
no.
in mom's dress as a high schooler, but
No.
I fit in
She's
yours.
probably a size 2
Right.
these days. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna get that recording up and running. We are not interviewing our husbands because we want them to say whatever they want. And
Yeah.
so Rob Kendall from WIBC has agreed to interview our husbands. He's an amazing, amazing guy. I love him,
Right.
and I love his style of interviewing. So we're giving him like a basic question, but he can ask whatever he wants.
Whatever the heck he
Whatever he
wants.
wants.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we will see. Now, if it is, you know, if it's not internet worthy, we may have to bloop some things out. I don't know what they're going to say. No idea. So
We don't filter ourselves. Come on.
we don't filter. No, no. In fact, the interview we dropped today, was not filtered. So
Mm-mm.
yeah. So
No,
go
it
check it
wasn't.
out. Podcast Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness with Coach Darcy and Coach Monica. Speaking of podcasts, Dr. Vera Tarman. If you have not heard of Dr. Vera, my word, she is, I don't know. Oh, here it is right here. This amazing woman wrote the book Food Junkies. It's the basis, it's a foundation of my addiction program, my food addiction program. She actually gave me words. I didn't know we were allowed to talk about certain topics because the topics are so full of shame. Um, and the reason why I became a food, the roots of my food addiction, I didn't know I was allowed to tell the story because it was so shameful and so horrific that I didn't know we were allowed to say it out
Mm.
loud until I was reading her story in this book, and she had the identical story. It's a nursing home story where she stole food from the elderly in the nursing home, and I was reading this and I nearly froze because I'm like, 16 years old, I was a CNA. I did this very same thing, and I did
Mm.
not know we were allowed to admit that because it's so horrific. And so she gave me words and she gave me courage to tell my story. And so she interviewed me on her podcast, Food Junkies. Go over to your podcast of choice and find that. She has so many valuable tools, so many valuable things on that. And it's almost an updated version. This was written, I think, in 2017. And so her podcast is kind of an update of all of the things that they've come up with since writing that book. So I was on her podcast and she interviewed me, and I'm going to share the link in our comments so that you can go and grab her podcast. And then the cool thing is, she agreed to come on our podcast. So while you were on vacation, I believe that's
Mm-hmm.
when we recorded it. When you were on vacation, I interviewed Dr. Tarman, and she's from Canada, and she's this beautiful, sweet soul that what is the word for her? She's just like she wouldn't harm an ant, you know? And she's very politically correct because I think that's the culture in Canada, very politically correct. And I and the poor soul follows my Facebook and I'm like, I'm so sorry, Dr. Tarman. I'm so sorry. Because I have opinions. But she always is so gracious. It's like, I love you anyway, Monica. But I told her, when you come on my podcast, no bars held at all. We talk about it all. And so I had her tear down and disassemble the shot, the weight loss shot,
Mm.
and talk about the real dangers and not in a shameful way, but in a science way.
Right.
What is happening with the GLP-1 resistance that's happening now? I just want to scream from the mountains. I don't even care that people are on it now, or that, that I don't even care about the political side. I care about the scientific side, about what is happening when people are taking this shot and then trying to lose the weight that comes back because it's a GLP-1 resistance. And I don't even know if we can get them back. So we
Mm-hmm.
have a GLP-1 resistance. We have a GLP-1 recovery program where we are able to help and walk with people through a reverse diet so they don't gain the weight back after being on the shot, right? And so we have this program that stops the weight regain and helps people get on a plan that they're not going to gain it back. What scares me the most about this, because of the GLP-1 resistance, is that we won't get those people back because of the scientific and what is happening with GLP-1 resistance. That
Mm.
just means that it doesn't work anymore, and that you go
Right.
back on the shot and it doesn't work anymore because your body has built up an immunity to GLP-1. It's like the antibiotics, right? So
Yes.
anyway, Dr. Vera breaks that down with me on our podcast, and that will be, drumroll, August the 6th, when Dr. Tarman is on our podcast. So
Nice. Well, I
yeah,
got to preview it. It's a good one. So
yeah.
definitely don't want to miss that
It was
for
like
sure.
the most imposter syndrome that I've ever felt. She was my first guest, and we went to the very top for our first
We
guest.
did.
I am scared to death of Dr. Vera because she's so brilliant. I
Yeah.
love her sweet spirit. I love her. And I'm like, you're on my little tiny podcast. And it was imposter syndrome. But I just dropped the link to the guest my guest position on hers that dropped
Yes.
yesterday.
Yes. So
So,
check that out.
hey, do you want to talk about? We have 2 days left until something is
Oh, yeah.
happening. Do you want to kind of like talk about what is happening in 2
Yeah.
days?
So like in 2 days, we have set up a early bird pricing for our next carnivore challenge. We had been having people be like, "Oh, I'm not ready for it yet. I want to join in." Blah blah blah. This last time, and we had 150, 130. Was it 150 or 130? I can't remember.
150.
150 people
Yeah.
sign up for this program, and we had this huge success that we were not expecting. And so, Coach believes that we needed to do this again. The first one was free. This next one is not, because it is a full-on hardcore
coaching.
Yes, coaching program. So that is going to, that pricing, that early bird pricing is going to go up in 2 days, and we're not doing any, we're going to give you extra days because no, it's going to go up. So if you are ready to try this carnivore challenge, and let me just tell you that we were not expecting the results that we experienced. I always go back to Dr. Kim Berry, always saying, you need to go carnivore for 90 days and try it. And I was like, I don't want to do that. But then sometimes there's like this little boost, or your boss says, hey, we're doing this. And you're like, well, I don't want to be left behind. So you just do it. So I don't regret any of that 30 days. We have some clients that continued on and it's going on 3 months now, and they've been going
We're looking at 40
carnivore.
pounds average.
Yeah.
Some people, I mean, it's obviously, when we say average, we mean average. If you have more to lose, you're going to lose more.
You're going to lose more. For me, it was like a 10-pound weight loss. It's still good.
Ratio wise, if you have a lot to lose versus you don't,
you're right.
It's right there.
Right.
And typically in that 30 days, a good average is about 20, 25 pounds.
So in that world, we have had the weight loss, but I don't feel like with carnivore it was about the weight loss. I have some testimonies of some people that have improved their ketone and glucose levels that have been just stuck, and have reversed that, and they're now near perfect numbers, and they feel amazing. That was more so what I got from it, is that my body felt the best that it had ever. I felt even brighter than before.
So I'm going to try something. I don't know. I'm really scared about this because we're doing it with our client. Well, speaking for myself here, don't want to project, but
that I can't be left behind.
I know, but I'm going to try. I don't know. I'm really nervous about this. We teach several different methods of carnivorism, because like for everything, it's not for everybody, right? It's not for everybody, and each kind is not for everybody. I would rather, like, somebody asked me, Monica, I hate this question, by the way. If you're one of those that post this on my page, you just annoy me. Are you still carnivore? Why don't you like veggies? Come on. Keto is the foundation of our very health journey. Did we leave keto? No. It's the foundation of who we are. Do we try other things? Yes, we do. We call that biohacking, right?
Yeah, so those are extra tools that we put in our belt.
Mind your own business and chill out. But I'm going to try something this time. Carnivore is like a spectrum, okay? You got those carnivore police out there. Those people are vicious, by the way.
They're hardcore.
Carnivore group. Are you on that carnivore group?
Yeah. I mean,
they are vicious. Like, be nice, be kind to each other. Oh, like
what? You can't do that.
But then on the other spectrum of that, you've got the people who come into the carnivore support group saying, I don't understand why you all don't have veggies. Well, because veggies and carnivore are not.
They're not the same. They're not.
You're not carnivore if you're eating veggies.
Not the point of being carnivore.
Those kind of people. I'm just kind of annoyed this morning. But I'm going to try something. I'm going to try the lion.
Oh.
We had one of our clients last time do the lion.
That was our mother.
Well, no, we had two.
Oh, okay.
That was the other one.
I was like, our mother did that.
Because she didn't even do cheese.
No, I know. She did the lion.
Yeah, she did.
did.
And I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it
Mm-hmm.
because I do think that the dairy had a lot of factors of inflammation. I want to see what the difference is, but
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
nervous
join
about it.
you.
I'm nervous about it because that is hard. That is hard to do the lion. Lion is the
Honestly,
most strict version.
where I stand on that is because I'm still battling with like my hair is
Mhm.
falling out right now, and I don't know if there's a
Yeah.
reason for that. It's not because
Got to
I'm
check
not
out.
eating food,
Yeah, right.
but then there's like I still have psoriasis
Mhm.
on my scalp,
Right.
so I'm gonna go without dairy because I'm pretty sure after eliminating all of that stuff and not eliminating dairy, I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that is my problem. So
Mhm.
that is why I will probably more so focus on no dairy form,
Mhm.
and I'll probably have some spices in there because that did not affect my gut at all.
Yeah. It's the
Um,
dairy.
it's definitely stinking
Yeah.
dairy.
So here's something. Remember when
Hmm.
this is live coaching. So when you join this 30 days, it's coaching. It's full on
Yeah,
coaching,
yeah,
which
we're
we were
there.
stupid to not charge for it last time.
But
We're
it
going to
was
have 4
so
live
it was such a
sessions.
good experience,
It
though.
was.
I
We
won't
learned a
take
lot.
that.
And I
We
tweaked
did.
the program. There was
Yes.
some things I pulled out. There were some things that I added.
Hmm.
So it was a great trial run.
Yeah.
But we asked them, hey, how much would you pay for this at the end of this? After people were all happy
Yeah.
and we were like, how much would you pay for this? And the minimum that I heard, you may have heard different, but was about $199 to $299.
Mm.
They're like, yeah, this was full on coaching, and so
It was.
so we said, okay, let's do
Yeah.
an early bird price of $59.99. So
Yeah.
basically it's free.
It's
But
pretty
that's
much
only for 2
free.
more days.
Yeah.
I am upping I'm going to up the price. Sometimes I accidentally forget because I'm in charge and I own the
Oh,
company.
well,
Not
not
going to happen this
today.
time. Not going to happen.
Don't do
August
it.
1st, the price will go up. And so you want to grab your spot
Yeah.
for sure before August 1st. Now we're gonna still take enrollments after that, but it will
Yeah.
be at not the early bird cost.
Right. So
So
get on it now. Stop delaying. It's October. You can pre-plan.
October 1st.
Pre-plan your goal, and then you can always work up to knowing that on October 1st, I'm going to go carnivore. And
Yeah.
you've got like that's some people just need that like motivation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that okay.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are like, no, I'm going to start today.
Yeah.
Well, don't do it today because it doesn't start today. It starts October 1st.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
if you don't feel like you want to wait that long, then
Mm-hmm.
don't sign up and don't get the early bird price. Like
Yeah.
just sign up
Pay the higher
later.
cost. Pay the
Um,
higher cost.
but it's well worth it. It's going to be amazing. I'm ready for it. I know with my family, I know because Mark did the carnivore too, and I just told him like, just so you know, we're going to go
Just so you
carnivore
know.
again October
Is he
1st.
gonna do it with you?
Sure, I'm gonna make him. Not make him. I'm not. I'm gonna really encourage him to do it because that's
Yeah.
all we're gonna be
Especially if you
doing.
do the lion, because that will
Yeah,
be, that'll be harder. Now
yeah.
you do have kiddos in the
I
house,
do,
so
and no, they will not be. We'll be
no.
focusing a lot on the proteins, and one got braces, so he'll probably be okay with eating the soft meats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A lot of burgers, a lot of steaks.
yeah, yeah.
And here's one thing that I learned. Number one, the mental health factor was just that's what was transformative. And
Hmm.
I have felt a difference since I've gone back. Oh, this was when I was annoyed because I did have veggies. I had cabbage a couple
Oh,
of nights ago. I had
oh
coleslaw.
man.
I was in so much pain. And that's when like, are you so carnivore? I thought you didn't like veggies. No, of course I love veggies, but
Yes, yeah.
but
Right now,
here's something though, because the garden is full swing,
yes,
and we're
yeah.
not we're eating primal basically
Yes,
right
that
now.
is in season foods. That's
Yeah,
what we are
in season
focused
foods,
on
and the
until
tomatoes are not
October.
hurting me.
Right.
Tomatoes are not hurting me, and
Mm-mm.
the cucumbers were not. It
Nope.
was the cabbage that really really hurt me. Now this
Yeah.
morning I woke up and I couldn't get my rings off,
Mm.
and the scale has been the lowest that it's been through my whole journey, but I couldn't get my rings off this morning, and I'm like, what in the world? I don't know. I did have tomatoes yesterday, so
That
I
could have
don't
been too
know.
many tomatoes. When
They're
we
cherry tomatoes.
when we add those vegetables and fruits back in,
Yeah.
you start small. Like
Yeah.
don't go haywire. But when your garden is like pumping out bunches of tomatoes
Oh,
now, then
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem. But definitely this October 1st. get on this, because
Put the
if you
link in the
are
comments.
full of inflammation, and maybe you're not necessarily even a fasting person, I love carnivore because I'm naturally fasting, like, but I'm not
Yeah.
thinking about, like, you're fasting, but you're not fasting.
Yeah.
I remember my favorite meal, and this is a bizarre one, but this is my favorite meal that I had, was just ground hamburger with mixture of some sausage, which may have, again, the lion might not have been approved of that, but then I put a runny egg on the top of that, and I'd stir it all together with a plump of butter. It was so fulfilling, so flavorful.
Yeah.
And that was, like, out of all the meals, that was my favorite.
Yeah. And people are like, well, what do you do when you just can't put another piece of steak in your mouth? And Dr. Berry said it well. Hey, by the way, we're going to go see him in a couple weeks.
Yay.
We are going to go see Dr. Berry.
Talk about.
What is it? A couple weeks, right? We're going to his conference.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
Is. Yeah.
But he said something. He was like, if you are not hungry enough to put another bite of steak in your mouth, guess what? You're not hungry.
What?
And I was just like, we were really cool before GLP-1 was cool, because we have a natural GLP-1.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
That was the first time ever, like, even in my fasting days that I did, even, like, I love our fasting like our flag, our fasting like a girl. Like, I love that program that we have. It changed my world.
Yeah.
But that was going carnivore was the very first time that the food noise turned off. My ghrelin and leptin worked when they were supposed to work.
Yeah.
And I've never had that. Even I think as a teenager, like, I would be, like, eating all the time.
Yeah. Right.
And it wasn't great.
Even if I wasn't hungry.
Right. And I found myself in the presence of on vacation, like, we had to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And like that just overwhelmed my brain. I didn't want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was okay with not eating, but only when the meal counted.
Right.
So I'm ready to get back.
I know.
Back to the game of, making sure that my ghrelin and leptin are just working.
I do like the October 1st start date, though, because it is like, I know I'm not going to be doing this alone.
Yeah.
And even as coaches, we think everybody's like, well, you got this down already. You already lost 120 pounds. You've already got this down already. And you're already living this. No, we have the same struggles as everybody else. And so I'm excited to do it with people, and to know that I've got, we've got what I think 30, did I see 39 enrolled so far? I forget what it was, but yeah, we got 30 people we're going to do it with,
Right.
So those are the people who wanted the early bird prize.
Yes.
So.
Right. Anyway, on that
so
note,
go enroll. We dropped a link in the comments. Coach Darcy will put that in her groups, because thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for removing the social media. So, like, I did this little video yesterday. I have this new stuff, by the way. I'll have to show you this stuff. It's
what is
TikTok shop. Oh my gosh.
TikTok. It got
me. So I got this, like, anti-wrinkle moisturizer.
Nah.
And so I do this video because they sent it to me for free. And they're like, hey, could you do this review of product, of which I'm like, my skin is so soft. I love this stuff. I don't make a dime off of this. But anyway, I made this video because that's what they said. Hey, if we send you this, will you do a video? So I did this video, and I'm like, I lost a lot of weight, and my skin was sagging, and I'm always looking for something. And they denied my video because they said it was body shaming. I'm like, no, it's a reality. When you lose weight, your skin sags.
It sags.
This fixed it.
What's the difference if you're aging or you lost a lot of weight? I've got saggy skin.
I am so sick of being politically correct. We don't know what we can say anymore.
No.
And what will be denied. I spent so much time on that video, and it was a beautiful video. And I'm like, and I didn't lie in it at all. I'm like, yeah, it tightened my skin.
They want you to lie. That's what those products do.
They deleted it, and they gave me a violation because they said I was promoting weight loss. I'm like, no, it fixed my sagging.
Well, don't ask a weight loss coach to promote a product.
I'm so sick of being politically correct. You know what I love? I love the people. I love the people who have different political views and different views that listen and
Mhm.
that love you anyway, no
Yes.
matter what. Like, where are those people now?
I
Where
don't
are those
know.
people?
Which brings me to what I was listening to today.
Yes,
You
perfect
know?
segue. You thought that
So
was good, wasn't
that
it?
was really good.
That was
What
good.
get you doing?
Look at
Look
me.
at what you do.
Mhm.
But I'm listening
I
to
just.
some influencers over
Mhm.
on the talk because I was like thinking, okay, I'm not sure what we should talk about today,
Right.
and then this pops up. Like we have a lot of variety of influencers that we follow because
Mhm.
they have their opinions, they have their facts, they have very like they have a lot of things to back them up because a lot of the ones that we follow anymore have, you know, our past MDs or nurses or
Mhm.
I think some chiropractors,
Yeah.
things like that. So they have experience in the body world and they
Mhm.
know where to find their research. They know what to, you know, they know how the body works.
Mhm.
And then you've got some people out there that who knows what their background is,
Right.
telling them that they are not, that they are fear mongers
Yeah.
and that they you know that none of this is true, all these things have been debunked.
Yeah.
And it's like no wonder why nobody wants to get healthy. But
Exactly.
the moral of all that story was people need, they follow these other people that say all these other influencers are wrong, all of
Mhm.
these doctors and these physicians are wrong, because they need excuses not to get healthy.
Right.
They
So
want to
true.
stay in the box that they're in
Mhm.
and have an excuse on, oh well, I can't lose weight because apparently it's genetic, or
Yes.
I
Oh,
can't
yes.
lose weight because you know, A, B, and C, or
Mhm.
I've tried berberine and it didn't
They
work
tried
for
it
me.
for
And
10 days.
or they, yeah, like they
Yeah.
are following these people that are like on then TikTok,
Mhm.
and they sound angry.
They do.
The one lady that I was listening to sounded very angry at every
Yeah.
single um TikTok that she
Yeah.
did and debunkered
Mhm.
because I mean, she was trying to prove the fact of seed oils and Teflon and all these things were not the problem to a girl that is a cancer
Cancer
survivor,
survivor.
and
Yeah.
she changed her lifestyle for
Yeah.
the better,
And
getting rid of all
you
these
just put her up to
toxins.
your
I
microphone.
did.
And I'm like, Darcy, she's angry. She
Yeah.
sounds not like a not nice person. And you're exactly right. She was telling Dr. Mindy that she didn't know what she was talking about. Anybody can look at how seed oils are made, and you're like, yeah, that's toxic.
Right. So it's
Teflon?
like you can't say that these things do not have effect on our bodies
Yeah.
and disrupt our hormones and disrupt like the estrogen mimickers. Like
Yeah.
when I learned that in a cycle for women
Mm-hmm.
with our in the blood that we have, like that they find microplastics in there,
Mm-hmm.
that to me is like why?
Yeah.
Why is that even a thing? Why is there microplastics in our body?
Right.
You can't tell me that that's not disrupting our bodies.
Yeah.
So, you know, these influencers
Watch.
out there, they are
Yeah.
selling their coaching
Yeah.
so that
Oh, it's
they
like those Optavia coaches. You know, I had to bring that up.
I know you did.
I had somebody who just announced on my Facebook page, and I have a tolerism for, if you're paleo, bless your heart, whatever works for you.
Yeah,
If you're eating whole foods, I
Whole
am your
Foods.
number one cheerleader. If you're putting
Yes.
some rice and you're doing a Mediterranean and you are fixing your health, I am your number one fan and I'm going to cheer you on to the finish. But if you're starving yourself, no, thank you. If you're shoving soy and crap in your body and you're calling yourself a coach, no, no. I'm not going to do that. But I had somebody announce that they're a brand new coach, health coach. Let me tell you, you cannot be a health coach if you are starving your people. If you're
Right.
telling them to eat 800 to 1,000 calories, no, ma'am, you're not a coach. There's no coaching there. You're starving your people
You're
and you're
teaching
shoving
them how to
soy
starve. Yeah.
and crap in your people.
Yeah.
That is not a coach. That is
Yeah.
called an MLM company. That is what you are. And that's great because I was once an MLM person
Mhm.
myself.
Yes.
Made me lots of no money, but free products.
My MLM did not give us anything free.
Really? Mine
Nothing
did.
free. We couldn't really earn anything free.
Really? What kept you in there?
I don't know, Monica.
I thought they gave you free products. That's
No.
why I was doing
Well,
an MLM company, and they
if
gave us free
no, they
monthly
didn't.
products. So that's how
And
I got their products.
well, even in their big old where all the people that
Mhm.
sell the products come
Mhm.
together, the conference, you had to pay for conference, you had to pay for stay, you had to pay for the way there.
Wow.
Um
That's not a
and
great MLM setup there.
no, like, oh wait, I did get a bag from
Oh,
them for free
okay.
because I bought their tickets that were overpriced. It
Wow.
was dumb.
That's a
Anyway,
bad MLM
it
setup.
was terrible.
I at least got mostly I never had to buy the product. And actually, in defense of my MLM, I did love their products because it was vitamins. And it
Well, mine was too.
yeah, I did feel good because I was so lacking
Yeah.
vitamins. It's not why I lost the weight, but I loved their
I
products.
wonder. I wonder if they had anything with
Uh,
doing with this with that research of
uh-huh.
addiction. Like we're
Yes.
addicted to the product. We're addicted
Exactly.
to
Well, there's
this product
maltodextrin
because
in it.
yes, that's
That's
probably
why I
what.
couldn't take it. Even after
Yeah.
confessed and I said, "Hey, listen, it wasn't this product that made me lose the weight. It was the way I changed my diet." Because I had somebody, my friend was like, "Don't you think you should be honest? I know you like to buy this product, but don't you think you should be honest and say it's keto that made you lose
That's
weight
what
and you
we
changed?"
changed.
I'm like,
And
"Yeah,
that's
you're
and
probably
that
right."
is when we going back to this influencer of people that are fear
Mhm.
mongering or pointing out that we are fear mongering.
Mhm.
It's like you I don't know how I was going to say this. You get those out on the internet and you turn people away from this like-mindedness that we have, the whole foods.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and you're pointing fingers and making us seem very
Mhm.
angry.
Yeah.
And when, if it works for you,
Uh-huh.
great,
Great. Yeah. Well,
but
and same with Octavia. If it worked for them, and it does, because when you starve yourself, you do lose weight. But if it worked without the product, again, I'd be cheering you on too.
yeah, and it comes down to is your way of living, a lifelong,
Mm-hmm.
long
Lifelong.
term,
Yeah.
lifelong
Right.
thing,
Can you do
choice.
it for life?
Can you do it for
Can
life?
you do your
I'm
lifestyle
having a
for
lot
life?
of brain farts right now because there was a lot of distractions
Well,
for
that's
me
why I
right
like the
now.
carnivore. Now, a lot more people are doing carnivore for life. A lot more
Yes.
people than I probably even know about. Dr. Barry
Right.
being one of them. I'm not on the bandwagon yet of saying that it is sustainable. Um, but a lot of people are proving me wrong that it is
Right.
sustainable. But any
Right.
any lifestyle you choose you have got to be able to do it for life. That's why we teach a foundation of keto
Yeah.
before carnivore or before any of that, because that is sustainable. You can
Yeah.
totally do that the rest of your life.
Right. And
So
this one lady was pointing out, and I'm only saying about this one lady because she sticks out. She stuck
yeah,
out with like a
she was
sore thumb, an
angry.
angry thumb.
Yeah.
But the fact is, like, when these influencers that seem angry come out, and my goodness, I was gonna say something, and I had a point, and
When they
now it
come
just went
out
away.
and they're angry.
Yes.
Well, it's
Oh
good
my
to have
gosh.
discernment. You've got to have we're done. It- you got to have discernment for all of the influencers out there, because you've got people
Oh,
just shouting left and right. You've got them
oh,
shouting.
okay.
You've
I
got the
came back.
intuitive eating. Go quickly.
I'm gonna go now. She's talking about how affiliates. Like
Yes.
when we are
Yes.
partnering up with affiliates,
Right.
we don't have any affiliates.
No.
But when somebody has a business like this, if you are a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
if you are somebody that wants to promote any sort of life living or product,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna to have an affiliate.
Right.
Some of them are a little wonky. Some of them,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I would pair up with certain
Yeah.
people and businesses. But
Yeah.
when it comes to it, it's a hard world
Yeah.
to live in if you don't partner up with somebody.
Right.
And
I think of Dr. Brecka. Remember we were talking about Dr.
Yeah,
Is it Dr.
Gary Brecka.
Brecka.
Yeah, he's great.
I tuned him out for a while. I loved what he had to say on his videos, but then at the end of his video, he's like, "Well, it's the MTFR," and he was selling that, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Is it real?" I just had a client this week say, "Monica, I reversed my blood pressure. That's what I did," and I'm like, I'm going to start looking into that.
Yeah.
So
Like
there
that,
are
and that's
good
what we
things.
do. Like we look into those products. It's just
Mhm.
like I support LMNT.
Yes, 100%.
Whole 100%. They're a great company. They're wholesome.
Mhm.
We used to support Kiss My Keto at the very, very,
Uh-huh.
very beginning, and they changed, and then so
They
we
sold to
stopped.
China.
We
Yeah.
they sold their souls,
Yeah, they
and
did.
we stopped. So we, when supporting affiliates,
Mhm.
we might be wrong at first.
Mhm.
We could be like, oh well, we thought you guys were good, but
Yeah.
now we're gonna have to back out of this.
Yeah. Well,
That's
Duke's Mayo is another one.
and exactly, like all of these people sell because
Yeah.
their businesses, and that business may not have been making them the money that they thought they were making,
That's why,
make.
yeah, that's why Kiss My Keto sold to China because they could
Yes.
make it cheaper there.
Right. And then they put cruddy ingredients in the
Yeah.
product. So it comes down to, you people out there that are haters on health coaches like us,
Mhm.
carnivore, what have you, what kind of
Whatever.
health coach you are, paleo, carnivore, whatever.
Mhm.
If you're so harsh on us because we are partnering up with affiliates,
Mhm.
then you should try running a business yourself, and you should try,
In a recession
right.
when
So,
everybody's taking
yes.
the shot.
But
Yeah.
if that's all you have against
Yeah.
people that are trying, know
Except we
about
don't have
balance,
affiliates,
we
Darce.
don't have affiliates. I'm just supporting those people that do have
What you see
affiliates.
is what you get with Coach and I. Oh
That's
my
so
gosh.
true.
So
I
funny.
don't know if we ever will, because
No.
yeah,
Because companies change so
they
bad. And
do. They do.
we always will say, "Hey, I use this product." And
We
we
do.
have coupon codes and we have those things for our personal clients, but
Yes.
yeah.
We don't really have affiliates, but
No.
you can't use that against the person and
Right.
their data and their information
Yeah.
that they live and breathe
Mhm. Well, and
the data.
sometimes if you
Not all
and
of
I
them.
would be curious if the one you were listening to like
Yeah.
the vegans were really bashing the carnivores the other day, and on an article I was reading,
No.
they were backed by when you dug into it, actually they were hitting on something. I think it was on sugar or something like that, but
Mm.
they were paid for. That article was paid for by the vegans. So usually you look to see who paid for
Yes.
those people that are writing that.
Right.
That's the first thing I look at when somebody will send me an article like, Monica, oh my gosh, they said erythritol was causing
Remember
cancer.
that.
I look and I see, okay, who was that article funded by, and that's why,
Right.
and sometimes it's
Yeah.
legit. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's legit, but most of the time those articles are funded by
Right.
their
And here's
propaganda.
the other thing is, like, when you have people that have these awarenesses like toxins,
Mhm.
carnivores have, they believe that plants have certain toxins that
Mhm.
affect our body, which they do, because when you
Mhm.
eat them, then you feel swollen like Monica.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's certain toxins that fruits and vegetables push
Mhm.
out. When you have the data from millions of people that have done these things and that
Mhm.
live this lifestyle, how can you bash? Like,
Yeah.
it does come down to balance. But if you have things like addiction
Yeah.
backing you up,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as balance and
Yeah.
moderation.
Yeah.
So you've got to
Right.
know the different varieties
Yeah.
before you go and bash and
Some
be
of our
angry.
programs that we have contradict each other.
That is
So
true. It's
like
true.
our ageless keto for women.
Hmm.
One of my food addicts could not take that
Right.
program. They couldn't do that. Ageless keto for women has to be tweaked for a food addict. And
Hmm.
so there are programs that do not communicate with each other in our own program.
Right.
So that's why it matters. Are you a food addict? Are you a sugar, a carbohydrate addict? If that's the case, then I cannot refer you to our ageless keto,
Right.
or I refer you to our plan B for that program.
So what you're
So
saying is that it's not a one size fits
it's
all.
not a one size fits all.
Never
Nope.
has been.
Never has been.
Yeah.
It is based on what you particularly need as a
Yeah.
person.
I mean,
That's what
somebody,
makes you successful.
right. Somebody young might be able to do the,
Mhm.
not counting calories and not,
Yes.
doing all that sort. You
Absolutely.
might be dandy about that. But when
Absolutely.
you age, things change.
Yes, they do.
They do. They change big time, especially for all you 30-year-olds out there.
Mhm.
That I remember being clotheslined. Like I is like,
Yeah.
clothesline, right?
Yeah.
Like I felt like I was walking my life and
I'm
then I was
wonderful.
29,
Yep.
all great. And then all of a
Yep.
sudden I wake up, I see a gray hair and like life is just like, oh,
What happened?
what happened to me? I feel old.
Oh yeah. And then, my dear sister, and then the
and
40s
then,
hit and
and then,
48
you know what you
hit.
told me the other day?
What?
You know what you told me?
What did I tell you?
You said, Darce, you're probably going into perimenopause.
Perimenopause happens
I'm
10
like,
years before.
no, I am
Oh
not.
yes, my dear. Oh yes.
That was really harsh, but it was factual. Like
I tell
it's
you the truth.
you told me the truth, and it's just like when you turn 30, like that is what happens. So we all go through
Uh-huh.
stages and seasons,
Yeah,
and it's not going to be the same. Once you get comfortable in one
I
season,
know.
by golly, you turn around, and you run into
Yeah,
a wall.
yeah,
Like, wait a minute, this is
yeah.
something new,
Exactly. That's why those people who are like, "Are you not carnivore anymore?"
right?
You know?
You gotta change. You can't eat like when you were 25 or
No,
16.
things
You can't.
change.
You can't do that.
No. And then we diet ourselves to the grave, and then no
Yeah.
diet works
Yeah.
because you've killed your metabolism.
Yeah.
So, well, this was like a potpourri of
It
topics
was.
today. We did
I
it
was okay with
all.
that.
We
This
did
is
it
kind of
all.
how our conversations go day to day
I know.
with each other. So
Well, and you were on vacation for a
I
week, and
was.
so I had nobody to talk to. And
I know.
I literally forced myself not to communicate with you.
There was a
Forced.
one time when I scheduled a post for you and
For
you
me?
did, and then it forced you to talk to me. I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Do you remember that one time when I scheduled, and you didn't know it was a scheduled post, but
Oh,
I
I didn't
talked about
remember
it.
that. I
Oh,
did not
well, you
remember that.
responded. So you
Well,
can't,
we scheduled our live last week too, and
I
that's when
know.
we had the most viewers we've ever had.
I
So,
know. I wonder why that worked.
if you enjoy this, please let us know. Please share this with your family, friends, and
What's
if
your
you need
thoughts?
help, yeah, if you need help losing weight, if you're tired of the cycle, if you're tired of everything that we've been talking about today, you have two options. Number
Mhm.
one, if you are really serious and you're like, I have to lose the weight and I've got to change my life, then you need to get into our signature program. It's 3 months. You need to get into there. You need to grab the tools that you need. We're going to set you up. We're going to meet with you every week, one on one. You're going to go into our group weight loss program. You've got it all for 3 months. That's our signature program. That is where we recommend
It's my
everybody
favorite.
start. It is really yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of pounds are lost in that program. If you want to just dip your toe, if you just want to dip your toe and you want to try that carnivore thing, you have 2 days
2
left.
days.
2 days to get the early bird cost, and then the price goes up to where it's supposed to be. So, and we'll still take you in the program, but it will be at a very much higher cost. So get your seat. Let us know how we can help you. Message us if you are like, no, I need the signature program. I know I need the signature program. I don't want to mess around. I just need to get this weight loss started. Okay.
Mhm. What if they have certain symptoms or
Mm-hmm.
issues that they're coming about and they just don't know how long they need in a program? What do you
Yeah, so
suggest?
I would get on the phone. We do
Oh, okay.
free health assessments, where if you get on the phone with us, where we talk to you for about a half hour, we get your story, we understand exactly where you are in your health. Because if you have some serious, if you got PCOS, if you have insulin resistance, you need a good 6 months with us.
Hmm.
You need, if you want to heal that stuff, and you want to see complete healing through your body with all of those diseases of human civilization, as Dr. Barry calls it, you're going to need 6 to 12 months with us. And we're going to just shoot straight with you, and we're going to say, you know what, 3 months will get you started. But there are several different options. So the best thing you can do is to get us on the phone to do a health and wellness call. We'll talk you through your situation. We'll help you through the payment plans. We'll help you through. We try really hard to make it financially feasible for you, but minimum get in the 3 month program.
Right.
And so, but get us on the phone first, and we will help walk you through that. Grab your ticket to the Carnivore Challenge. Grab your ticket there. You've got 2 days left at the $59.95. You will not see that price again.
Nope. Promise.
Promise you. We work hard. Oh my gosh. We worked hard that last time. And we're like, why did we do it for free? Well, we did it for free.
It was fun though.
The bugs. We
and
did
it was
have
fun.
A good time. And I was wrong. I thought people would quit. There are people that are still carnivore.
They are.
They're the ones that have lost about the 45 pounds. So.
Yeah.
All right. We're here every Tuesday morning. We here next week? Yes, we are
here
next week.
We are here.
We are.
Nobody's on vacation.
You are? I'm going to Washington.
Oh, that's right.
In August, 2 weeks. And then you and I are going to a conference, but that won't mess up Tuesday.
Okay.
Go grab our podcast, Beyond the Scale, Weight Loss and Wellness. Go grab that podcast. And don't forget, watch Dr. Vera's podcast. Listen to Dr. Vera's podcast. I put the link in all of the comment sections below.
And please leave a review.
That'd
be great. We love reviews. We love all the different. Nice. Well, some of those other ones are fun too.
I was told by a marketer that the negative ones actually bring you more business
because they're like, well, why is this so negative?
Yeah, exactly. So I was told, do not delete those negative ones.
No,
we haven't gotten any.
We haven't. We haven't. But even if we did,
delete them.
We're big girls.
Maybe. It's good to see everybody. We'll be back here next Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go to see a concert tonight with my friend Kate. I'm going to go see Cece Winan. Have you ever heard of her?
I have. She's great.
So excited.
She's wonderful.
And then we're going to go to Shipshawana and we're going to go shopping. And I don't have clients today.
This is like an afternoon thing?
Yeah. Well, the concert's tonight, but we're leaving here in
so you're doing the Shipshawana thing first and then going.
The buffet.
Is it at the Roundhouse or the
the barn.
The barn, the round barn. That's fun.
Not the round barn, but the blue barn. I think it's the blue barn.
Oh, okay. But still, that's fun.
It's really fun. We're excited. We're so excited. But we love you guys. Please reach out to us. We would be happy to walk you through your journey. All right. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Monica here. Guess what? If you're fed up with feeling stuck in your battle with weight or food, I've got something just for you. Check out our free Facebook groups. Over at Food Addiction and Recovery, I'm over there waiting for you. We're going to walk this journey together. It's about getting real, sharing our stories, and lifting each other up. We're in this together every step of the way. And if you're curious about changing your life with keto, the Weight Loss Project is where you want to be. Coach Darcy is amazing. And together, we're not just talking about losing weight. We're talking about finding a happier, healthier you. So, what do you say? Are you ready to join us? The links are in the show notes below, and I'm telling you, this is more than an invite. It is the start of